Right here, I'm with a lovely guest as we're going to discuss a very thought-provoking topic. Why contraceptives? Our females at our local communities, they actually go there to prevent themselves teenage pregnancy. So I want to know from you guys, what's your take about this whole thing, this contraceptive thing? I'll start from you, Maputi.
Well, I don't think it's a great thing because like some of the people well, others know by very the condoms which could lead to teenage pregnancy.
So
I also don't think that's a good thing to do because most of South Africa have lots of high pregnancy teenagers. So like I don't think it's a good idea for this.
Okay, so I hear you all. So since when they've stopped the whole thing, how is it affecting the economy as large, and how is it affecting the health of an individual? Because I believe as a young person growing up at a local community where there's a lot of unemployment and service delivery, it lacks a lot. So how does it affect one as an individual and also the family as well? Because as much as contraceptives are stopped, teenage pregnancy will be on a high, and obviously you will add another number on the family. How does it affect the family and the community as large? So
I beg to differ with you on that one. Number one, I feel like they have limited something else, because the moment you prevent yourself as a lady, there's three options that you have. The guy can come to you because you know you ain't gonna get pregnant. Number two, you're not even sure if you have STDs or whatever. Then finding that he comes to you raw, sorry to put it that way, you get sick because you have STDs. Since value you're saying that you prevent, you don't care about anything, I won't get pregnant. But also in another way, it affects also besides teenage pregnancies. And for being unemployed, I feel like they're also helping us to be aware of our own health in another state. I'm not standing with them, and I'm not against, but I'm just going to be the man in the middle.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And for that, like for now, I think we can just try to lift ourselves up sharp. Unemployed, go to ShopRite, you can get wrappers and everything, sell them yourself. Like you see, you can earn something else.
Okay, lady.
Okay, well, I think this thing, high rate implement because of right now her level the contraceptives in the mara high rate ya miracle like still a high. So I think nothing will ever change. This thing by
Okay, right. So since when they've stopped the whole thing, contraceptives, obviously one has to use condoms, So when it comes to condoms, it's such a very a thought-provoking one, because as a female carrying a condom when you go to a guy crib, it's gonna be, oh, this lady, obviously she's ready to have sex with me, and who said Nike? So I want to know from you all, whose responsibility is it to carry a condom? Say, I want to know from you.
Okay, thanks. I think it's for all of us, because these days, if you're a lady, it's allowed to come and ask it for herself. Because if you call a lady and say came over, or she call you came over, you know that it's gonna happen. So always be ready. Carry your gun everywhere, lady or a man.
Okay, be ready.
Well, I also think it's everyone's responsibility to carry a condom. Yeah.
So, but what about those guys who are so? I don't know how to put it, but how about those guys? They feel like get responsibilities in charge, go on the bedroom, and when the female comes to the condom, it becomes another story. Like, what can you say to that kind of a guy?
Well, now it depends, because everybody has that power to choose yes or no. So even for her to carry a condom, it's her own choice. And that's why this type of condom makes. Back then we used to have choice. So I feel like still we have to refer to that one back to this choice, like you just choose yourself to whether I should carry it or not. But to the guys itself, mentally, I feel like they're just being arrogant. It doesn't mean if a person carries a condom, therefore she's ready to have sex, or she's always having sex around. You have to play safe, you know what I mean? I have to be safe on my own, she has to be safe on her own. Because if she comes without a condom and I don't have a condom, and then we're all in heat, you're in trouble.
Ish as something else. So, lady, what's your view on that?
You're broke.
Well, now I think it's nothing wrong because of we have female condoms and also male condoms, so everyone should carry it.
Okay, so it's quite another thing. So looking at, you know, teenage pregnancy and how there's a total high rate of teenage pregnancy in our country, you know. So, and it really shows though they didn't cancel, though the contraceptives were still on, there was still a high rate of teenage pregnancy. So I want to know, what is really the cause? Did they really work or what? Because still these people were getting pregnant on and they stopped. And are we going to see any changes? Are the young people going to use condoms since when it is advisable for them to use them? Because I think it's that way. When they stopped the contraceptives part, it was just, okay guys, now we've stopped these things, go and buy condoms or get them for free at the clinic. So what's your take on that?
Well, it was hard to follow, not who usually condom, because like when they were doing contraceptives, they were not using condoms. So I think it would be hard for them to use condoms.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think is a good idea, but I think it's going to be more high rate of pregnancy this time, because like there are some way having to prevent teenage pregnancy. Now they don't prevent. Like I think it's going to grow more.
Okay, so majority of you were saying that this is quite a bad idea that the government have stopped giving our children, or rather people in the society, contraceptives. I want to know, what's your message to the government if you are disagreeing with them on this part? And I'll go to you, say, because it seems like obviously you're saying no, I'm with them. Huh? So I want to know from you all, what's the message to the government? You stopped this whole thing, but rather the teenage pregnancy, or rather the pregnancy, will be on a high level. What's your take on that? What do you want to say to the government?
Well, I think also men should also have contraceptives. Not only women. I don't know how, but I think they should.
Viva girl.
I think they should. I don't know how, but I think
the vasectomy part, I think is advisable for them to do it.
yeah.
Yes. I want to know. Talk, Sam.
Okay, you know, like when you eat a sweet, you don't have to eat it with paper. You take out the paper. So the reason of condoms, you know, to be honest, as a guy, doesn't really work. We're gonna put it aside. Even if I have it, I put it aside and eat the sweets the way it is. That's the life. We can't lie to each other. Let us be real. That's how it works.
Oh, yeah, I hear you, but you all didn't answer me very correctly. I want you to talk to the government. Let's say we're having a government person over here, a person who's in charge in terms of health, Aaron Motsoaledi, right? So talk to him, convince him. And we're saying this whole thing is very wrong. The fact that they stopped the contraceptives, those who are disagreeing, what's your message to him?
I would say beg, because like,
Bring back the contraceptives.
Yeah, because it's very rare. And like if like bana baya ho yo prevent go di petel, ba tlhalosetse gore how do these things work, because like one of tlhaba fell and then they just go on heavy sex however they want.
So
Yo, on that one, okay, I'm gonna come back to that one. I'm gonna go back to the previous one.
okay.
Here's the thing, it's all mental. You have umdala. Come on, we can't chase you around. You know you're gonna get pregnant after all. You know you learn this. Even if you never did life science, you know it's at the end of the day. If a chicken can get pregnant, what about yourself? You end up getting pregnant. This is just a mental decision that you have to take. Normal, you just prevented or not, or you want to use a condom or not. Like you just spoke a mouthful of sweet and everything. To me, it's also total. It's just arrogant. In another way. You have to. You just have to be loyal to yourself. If you're ready to have a baby, go for it. But don't make that baby somebody's burden. You have to be sure that you want to have a baby. You know what it is. But for me, I feel like for South Africans, it's just mental issue because it's funny government money, even which it doesn't even do forward in our lives anymore. Because everything is just expensive.
Very true.
Very expensive. So then to that one, to Alan, I don't know. Motsoaledi. I don't even know.
Aaron Motsoaledi.
Yeah, get Alan. Okay. Okay, jokes aside. Here's the thing. It's a good and a bad thing at the same time. If we have to take it back, let's have an age limit. Let's just have an age limit. We can't take 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds and say they are matured enough in their minds, let them just go and do that. No. That's why teenage pregnancy is elevating every year. Because why? As young as he is, the guy's gonna go. Regardless of your 22, a teacher will go. Those kind of stuff, it happens in high schools, it's happened. Every teacher goes. What's for the teacher to do that? But yeah, I feel like that's the issue right now. It's years. Age itself, it's deceiving people. If you see your body as mature, you think, okay, you're ready for everything, which is not.
Okay, there you have it, guys. So it's such a thought-provoking one to talk about, and time is not exactly on our side. Somebody bring back the contraceptives from Baranana is actually a good idea, because people will be more responsible in terms of having sex and everything. So right about now, let's hear the street and hear what our lovely viewers have to say about whose responsibility is it to carry a condom.